There will now be an opportunity for silent May we be seated? Thank you. Let me take this opportunity and welcome our honorable members to this hybrid sitting, which is conducted through the Microsoft Teams platform and whereby some members are in remote attendance. This hybrid sitting is conducted in terms of Rule 3A of our standing rules, referred to as Open Code, Rules for Sitting of the House and Meetings of Committees by Virtual Means, Rules of Virtual Meetings in short close code. Honorable members must, however, note that our rules and orders are still applicable during the proceedings of this hybrid sitting, and we are therefore called upon to adhere to them. You are further requested to remain in attendance for the duration of the hybrid sitting unless a formal apology to leave the sitting has been duly tendered. The Secretary will ensure the provision of technical support throughout the sitting. Honorable members, all microphones must be muted and the video must be turned off when a member is not speaking. When a member intends to speak, please click the icon to raise your hand. Once you are recognized by the speaker, please unmute your microphone and turn on the video to introduce yourself and speak. Honorable members are further requested to speak closer to the microphones of the gadget that you are using to ensure that your voice is audible enough. Statements by members. Are there any member statements? Honorable Mlombo.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to greet you, Honorable Speaker, to greet the Honorable Premier, the Deputy Chief Whip, the members of the Executive Council, the members of the Provincial Legislature, the whips from the opposition, the members from the administration, the HODs, and all our support staff and our Director General. Honorable Speaker, the African National Congress would like to commend the Department of Education in Mpumalanga under the stewardship of the Honorable MEC B.A. Majuba and his dedicated team for the professional manner in delivering on the clock exactly a very credible free incident National Senior Certificate examination for 2021. The 5-week-long examination, which began on the 27th of October 2021 and ended on the 7th December 2021, was written in 560 examination centers in the province. A total number of 69,260 candidates registered to sit for the November 2021 National Senior Certificate examination. This is the biggest number of candidates compared to the previous years. For in 2019, there were 56,833 candidates, and in 2020, there were 56,030 candidates. Honorable Speaker, We'd also like to further express our gratitude to all the officials in the department, the education stakeholders, the parents and civil society organizations for going beyond the call of duty to assist and support all the grade 12 learners before and during the examination. Honorable Speaker, marking has already commenced in 21 marking centers, which started on the 8th of December 2021, and it is expected to be finished on the 22nd December 2021, and the department is working very closely with the Department of Health to ensure that all marking centers are fully compliant to the health and safety protocol and to deal with any emergency that may occur. Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the African National Congress, we want to congratulate the class of 21 for having completed the 2021 National Senior Certificate Examination despite the challenges of COVID-19 and in fact the load shedding that they were confronted with. We wish all honorable members of this august house and their families a restful and well-deserved festive season. Please observe all the safety measures during your vacation and do not expose yourself to any risk, as we are already on the fourth wave. Honorable Speaker, I thank you.
Honorable V.R. Shongwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Premier, colleagues in the executive, the Chief Whip of the Majority Party, members of this House, members of the media present here, the DG, the HODs, and the Secretary of this legislature, as well as the entire support staff. Good afternoon. As we have ushered into the festive season, I am delighted to report to this House that the department is ready for the festive season operation. The recent crime statistics released by the Minister of Police, General Bheki Cele, are a clear indication that there is more work to be done to create a much safer environment.
Honorable Shongwe.
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Can you respond to the statement made by Honorable Mlombo?
Sorry.
On education, because Honorable Machuba is not here.
Oh, okay. No, thank you very much. I thought it was an executive statement, Honorable Speaker. No, I really apologize. And to the House. No, Honorable Speaker and the Honorable members of the House, I think it is befitting to agree with the Chief Whip of the Majority Party to applaud the Minister and the entire department in the very good work that they have done in making sure, which also include safety and security agencies, in making sure that there were no leakages of papers and there were no discrepancies in the entire system. And we want to say we join the Chief Whip of the Majority Party in applauding the department. Let it not be the last year, this one. Even the years coming, I think that should be the way to go and make sure that we preserve the image of Mpumalanga. And Mpumalanga must always shine insofar as department is concerned. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Trope.
Speaker, is that Grobler or Slope?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Let me start by greeting the protocol as observed by Honorable MEC and Honorable Chief Whip. The ANC is really concerned that in so many days and months, we have been having a traffic congestion in Komati Port, especially the trucks going to Mozambique. The situation now in December, Honorable Speaker, is even worse at Lubombo Port. During this time of the year, the traffic stretches as far as 10 kilometers away. It is not only the trucks, but even the light motor vehicles get affected. Commuters spend a day or two on N4 in Komati Port, and it became even worse on weekends. Reports have also emerged that the law enforcement officers often drag their feet when it comes to reporting for overtime duties on weekend. This is because there is supposedly a problem with overtime remuneration. Honorable Speaker, we really need those officers on weekends in order to manage the flow of traffic. The ANC further requests the Department of Community Safety and Liaison, Customs, and Department of Home Affairs to find a new mechanism to address the problem of traffic congestion at the border. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Let me appreciate the advice and the concern raised by the Honorable Member, which shows a very honest kind of a leadership and a concern for the people of our province and their safety in all angles. It might be in borders and everywhere else, and what going to make sure as security agencies of this province that we make everything in our power to protect them and make sure that forever people are safe, especially during these trying times of festive season, when we are engulfed in other areas by gangsterism and so on. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mfokeng.
Thanks, Honorable Speaker, and greetings to you and the members of this House. Honorable Speaker, the EFF is happy that the President of the Republic, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, took advice from our CIC Commander-in-Chief, Julius Malema, and others very well by not closing the economy in his last national address regarding the COVID-19 pandemic development. We also encourage our people to follow all measures put in place to prevent and protect others from COVID-19 as government advice. The EFF understands the catastrophic manner in which stricter lockdown condition does to our freedom and the economy, which will result in undesirable consequences, such as job losses, disruption in the supply chain causing food and commodity prices to rise and increase of cost of living. We also urge both the private and the public institutions of higher learning to exercise reasonable caution when deciding on COVID-19 policies, mainly because of the potential infringement to the Bill of Rights from Chapter 2 of our Constitution. I thank you.
Honorable Mkhajo.
Honorable Speaker, am I audible?
You can proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My greetings to you, the Chief Whip and the Deputy Chief Whip, the Honorable Premier, the Leader of Government Business, colleagues in Cabinet, and all honorable members of the legislature. Yes, of course, Honorable Speaker, what we must all of us commend the leadership of the President of the Republic, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, during these trying times. And of course, we understand that all decisions that are made by the National Command Council and the National Cabinet are decisions which are scientifically proven. They are backed up by science, and to this regard, we want to commend that the effectiveness of our medical sector in the country is able from time to time to detect the different variants and also advise on the correct response measures that should be put in place, understanding the devastating effect that any lockdown will then have in our economy. And to this regard, we are happy that we are not closed. Yes, disappointed by the other countries whom have since put us on the red list, which affect directly our economy. But we are able to strive under this during these difficult times of COVID-19. So we really welcome the statement by the member that at least we continue and have our economy working under the leadership of the President. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Grobler.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Also, my greetings to the Speaker and the Premier and to the House at large for this last sitting of 2021. Honourable Speaker, I want to start off by commending the MEC of Public Works, Roads and Transport, Honourable Lakshmi Narain, for the stern leadership that she has put in. Since becoming the MEC in the department, she has been very responsive towards us and towards queries on all roads that we have brought under attention. But Speaker, today I want to please ask the MEC under leadership and the department to please look at the road between Dullstroom and Tonteldoos in the municipality of eMakhazeni. Speaker, there is only one road from Tonteldoos to Dullstroom. There's an entire community that needs to travel this 45 kilometers to get to hospitals, to get to schools, to get to places where they can buy foodstuffs, to get to areas where they can get their social grants, and to just become part of the local economy. But, Honourable Speaker, MEC, this road is in a terrible state. It's a dirt road, and we really need to look at that. Honourable Speaker, further to this, the municipality of eMakhazeni is a tourist destination. The town of Dullstroom can really benefit by tourists visiting that town, even if it's only for a day, even if they don't sleep over. And that's a second reason for us to really focus on that road. So MEC, if I can please ask your attention and for you to direct your attention to this road, not only for the economic development and for the tourist attraction, but because it's the only road where old people can get to hospitals and young children can get to schools. Thank you, Speaker.
Honorable Lakshmi Narain.
Good afternoon, Honourable Speaker. Greetings to the Honourable Premier, Leader of Government Business, to all other Honourable members, to the Chief Whip as well. Honourable Speaker, let me appreciate the words of recognition that comes from Honourable Grobler. And I think we must also apologize because it's the second time that Honourable Grobler has raised the issue of Tonteldoos in eMakhazeni area. This matter has been referred to the department to say within that week they were supposed to go out and inspect the road, make contact with Honourable Grobler and investigate a way forward. I will take it up again with the department. It's not a manner in which we want to be viewed as how we operate. Going forward, however, Honorable Speaker, I just like to confirm that the department will be holding an indaba in the early of next year, not only with mining, but also agriculture and tourism sector, in an attempt to get all stakeholders involved in making sure that we have better roads in the province. I thank you.
Is there any member statement? Honorable Weber.
Honorable Mashiro. Raise a hand, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Mashiro.
Honorable Mashiro, I've recognized Honorable Weber.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to deliver a member statement on behalf of the Freedom Front Plus. When the South African Police Service presented the crime statistics covering the second quarter of the 2021 and 2022 year, July to September 2021, it showed that overall crime levels decreased slightly over the second quarter compared to the same period in 2020. However, COVID-19 lockdown levels have had an impact on this. The COVID-19 pandemic created major shifts in criminal behavior during those periods. It is evident from the Saps data that as lockdown restrictions and levels ease, criminal activity increases. Standout increases are murders, which are up 13.2% compared to 2019. Mpumalanga recorded double-digit increases in murder cases during the reported period. The certainty of being caught is vastly more powerful deterrent than the punishment. Research shows clearly that the chance of being caught is a vastly more effective deterrent than even draconian punishment. This is why the Freedom Front Plus welcomes MEC Vusi Shongwe's executive statement confirming that this department is ready for the festive season operations. It is time that we strengthen the criminal justice system in this province by creating a professional police service. Improved crime detection combined with better cooperation between the police, prosecutors and the courts could potentially improve the conviction rates for violent crime, which are shockingly low. We look forward to seeing MEC Shongwe achieve the above mentioned during this festive season. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Let me appreciate the views and the observation of Honorable Member Weber about crime and the implication of COVID-19 on the issue of crime around our province. And I fully concur with him that as a province, there is a slight decline insofar as crime statistics are concerned, except other categories that are escaping us, which I believe that if we work together, including all security agencies, in making sure that we work in hand in making sure that we fight this particular issue of crime in the province, especially the GBVF issue in the province. I believe that working together and adhering to our festive servicing plan, we are going to arrive at a point where we can proudly say, as Mpumalanga, we are in the respectable place around the country, and we are not going to rest, Honorable Speaker, until such time we have turned the corner around. Thank you.
Executive statements. There is an executive statement in the name of the MEC for Community Safety, Security and Liaison, Honorable VR Shongwe. I now call upon the Honorable VR Shongwe to formally introduce the executive statement. You are allocated 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Let me greet yourself, the Honorable Premier, colleagues in the executive, the chief whip of the majority party, members of the House, and members of the media who are present here, as well as the DG and the HODs and the Secretary of the Legislature and all support staff. As we have ushered into the festive season, I am delighted to report to this House that the department is ready for the festive season operations. The recent crime statistics released by the Minister of Police, General Begikele, are a clear indication that there is more work to be done to create a much safer environment for our people, particularly women and children in the province. Honourable Speaker, we have recently launched the SAPS Festive Season Safety Plan on the 28th of October 2021 at Oakley in Calcutta. The past Thursday, on the 9th of December 2021, we have also launched the Provincial Festive Season Road Safety Campaign. Together with SAPS, we have already started with joint operational activities. In fact, these dual activities between the departments, TIU unit and SAPS, are nothing new. Last week, our traffic officers working with police and other departments like Home Affairs, Public Works, Health and Correctional Services, we had 3 successful roadblocks. This year focus will be on a visible policing and conducting special crime awareness and prevention operations. The Safer Festive Season campaign will focus on combating aggravated robberies, crimes against women and children, enhancement of border security, enforcement of liquor and second-hand goods acts, enforcement by laws, road safety, as well as activities to combat the proliferation of illegal firearms. In addition, more resources will be channeled to the areas of need to ensure that police deal decisively with persistent crimes such as assault, robbery, murder, crime against women and children. In conclusion, Honourable Speaker, roadblocks in different areas of the province will be an order of the day during this festive season, and there will be no traffic officer, no police officer who is going on leave. And the rest, you can be rest assured that we are all willing to make Mpumalanga safe for all citizens and visitors. Lastly, to all law enforcement members, as we embark upon the festive season operation, should there be a situation that warrants that you must defend yourself from ruthless criminals, please do so. If the situation threatens life, please don't die with your guns on your holsters. Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker.
EFF, you are given 3 minutes.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. The EFF is on the platform. Continue, Commissar Shadow, Chief Whip.
Honourable Speaker, we welcome the executive statement by Honourable Shongwe, and we applaud the work done. We can see it on the roads, and we can see that they are really doing the hard work to keep us safe. We only request that the safety personnel can also take care of the farm dwellers. Their safety is being not taken care of properly. They are still being evicted. They can't bury people in the farms. And as we are on the festive season now, more are going to be evicted and more crime is going to happen. Can they put also more effort on that side? I thank you.
DA, 3 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As we approach the festive season, there are some points which I am in agreement with the Honorable MEC. Honorable Speaker, the festive season always sees an increase in traffic and the movement of our people, and certainly an increase in road accidents and fatalities as well. It is from this perspective that I welcome the MEC's initiative for visible policing and roadblocks, but I believe that we need to do a lot more. As a province, we need to hold more alcohol-related roadblocks and stops to ascertain if vehicles on our roads are indeed roadworthy. Just last week, the Road Accident Fund identified particularly deadly stretches of road in our country, and of which the N4 Middleburg to Belfast route was identified as the 5th most dangerous route in the country. May I request again that we prioritize this dangerous stretch of road which this festive season and let us strive to bring road fatalities down in our province. The N4 has also become a synonymous route for the passage of trucks from neighboring countries, Honorable Speaker, through to Johannesburg and other parts of our country. Visible policing on this route would be a good deterrent. Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, in recent times, the safety of users who visit the tourist destination in our province came to the fore as people were being mugged, raped, or assaulted. As the COVID-19 pandemic wreaked havoc on the tourism in our province, let us ensure that we deploy police officials in crime hotspots. I thank you.
Freedom Front Plus, 3 minutes.
Madam Speaker, maybe fortunately I did not hear what was said. But Madam Speaker, the executive statement made by Honourable Shongwe is in a way in line with the member statement that I put further earlier this afternoon. We from the Freedom Front Plus applaud the intentions of the Honourable MEC. We are convinced that he has the safety of our people at heart. We are convinced that he has the capability and the skills to do it effectively. And we are of the opinion that in doing so, he will certainly create an environment which is much safer than before. This festive season is a time for families to get together. This is a time where people who are worshippers go to church, and we wish them a peaceful time, a peaceful festive season, and with the support and the inputs of the Honourable MEC, we are sure and we are convinced that we will achieve just that. I thank you.
ANC, 3 minutes.
Honourable Speaker, thank you very much. As the ANC, Honourable Speaker, we would like to welcome this very powerful, very relevant executive statement and progressive executive statement delivered by the Honourable MEC MEC VR Shongwe. This executive statement, Honorable Speaker, it's a declaration of commitment and a declaration of the duty to serve the people of Mpumalanga. We have seen this department, Honorable Speaker, crisscrossing the province, convening and mobilizing the people of Mpumalanga to fight against gender-based violence, to fight against crime and drug abuse. This is the only department that invites the members of the provincial legislature to their events. So we can attest without any shadow of doubt that the department, we have seen them, we have been with them in the Emalahleni municipality when they were talking and mobilizing the people of Mpumalanga to fight against gender-based violence. We were there, Honorable Speaker, in the governing Mbeki municipality when they were launching their festive season campaign to fight against the number of fatalities that are happening in the province. This department is felt across the province, in the roads of the province. When we travel on a daily basis, we can see the police, we can see the traffic cops ensuring that the people of this province of Mpumalanga are safe. But lastly, Honorable Speaker, this department, you can hear them in all the radio stations, their voices vibrating, ensuring that the people of Mpumalanga, they know about the campaign that they are taking to protect the people of Mpumalanga. So we agree with the Honorable MEC that for the people of Mpumalanga to be safe, the police personnel must be safe first. So it cannot be acceptable that our police should die with their guns on their shoulders. So the first thing that the police must do, we agree with the MEC that the police must protect themselves first for the people of Mpumalanga to be safe. In that regard, as the African National Congress, we welcome with both hands the executive statement delivered by the Honorable MEC. Thank you very much.
Motions without notice. Are there any motions without notice? Honorable Shiba.
Madam Speaker, ngibingelele undunankulu uMerefilwe Mthweni-Tsipane, my colleagues, MECs and honorable members, DG HODs, Secretary to the Legislature and support staff. Honorable Speaker, I rise to move a motion without notice on behalf of the African National Congress to welcome the call by the MEC for Community Safety, Security and Liaison for harsher penalties on road transgressors during this festive season. The recent accident on the R38 that claimed the lives of 4 Pinar family members is concerning. Noting that we have entered the festive month, one of the busiest on our calendar, and this should be a joyful period, but we are spending it mourning our loved ones due to many crashes on our roads. This must come to an end, and the only way to fight this is by introducing stricter penalties against road offenders. Further noting that it is important that we increase the number of officials, especially on busy roads, because where there is less visibility, most tourists do as they please. We want to send a stern warning that negligent driving will not be tolerated. The ANC therefore moved that this House appreciate the commitment by the MEC to relook at strategies to combat the scourge of lawlessness on our roads, and that more police and traffic officials will be deployed on all major roads to arrest offenders and discontinue all unroadworthy vehicles. May we all have a safe festive season. I so move.
The question before the House is whether we agree to adopt the motion. Agree to?
Agreed.
So agreed. Honorable Makaringe.
Inkomu manana speakera inzenga eka n'wina inzenga eka ndunankulu manana Rifiwe Mtshweni Tsipana members of the Executive Council honorable members Mkhomi wa Tabus Baba Mlombo Nhlikani. Honorable Speaker, I rise to move a motion without notice on behalf of the African National Congress to commend the Mpumalanga Provincial Government, led by the Honorable Premier Ms. Refilwe Mtshweni Tsipana, for successfully intensifying the provincial Vuma vaccination campaign weekend in Kangala region, which ran from the 3rd to the 10th December 2021, to encourage and mobilize the citizens to get vaccinated as a mean to fight COVID-19 pandemic and to help the province to achieve population immunity as we enter the 4th wave. Noting that the Honorable Premier has deployed members of the Executive Council and accompanied by the Executive Mayors, traditional leaders, and members of civil society. Further noting that this variant was identified by scientists, and the World Health Organization has named it Omicron and has declared it a variant of concern. Honorable Speaker, we would like to appeal to members of our communities to heed the call to vaccinate, as since the first COVID-19 vaccine became available last year, we have seen how vaccines have dramatically reduced severe illness, hospitalization, and death in South Africa and across the world. As advised by scientists, people must not travel unnecessarily and avoid large gatherings, and we must continue to adhere to all health and safety protocols. I so move.
The question before the House is whether we agree to adopt the motion. Agree to? So agreed. Honorable Sithole.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, during a legislature sitting on 25 March this year, the House adopted a DA motion without notice calling on the provincial government to fix the lifts at Standerton Hospital, which have not been working for months at that time. The DA also wrote a letter to the Secretary of the Legislature and Health MEC on the 23rd of April to ensure implementation thereof. Further noting, Honorable Speaker, that sadly, it's more than a year now that the lifts are not working and nothing has changed. Healthcare workers continue to carry critically ill patients and heavily pregnant women up and down the stairs as the lifts are still not working. Further noting, Honorable Speaker, that on the 27th of August, during a provincial legislature hybrid sitting, the DA again raised a member statement reminding this House of the commitment that was made in March to fix the lifts at Standerton Hospital. In his response to the DA, the leader of business government, Honorable VR Shongwe, made a commitment that this problem will be resolved. Honorable Speaker, healthcare workers continue to be subjected to unfair working conditions by being forced to carry patients up and down the stairs because of government's failure to fix the lifts, while the healthcare workers are also fighting the coronavirus pandemic. The DA therefore moved that immediate attention be given to the continuous problems at Standerton Hospital to restore the dignity of patients, failing which a task team must be established to investigate and report to this House what are the challenges that are prohibiting these lifts to be fixed at Standerton Hospital. I so move.
The question before the House is whether to agree to adopt the motion. Agree to?
Agreed.
So agreed. Is there any motion? Honorable Nyembe.
Honourable Speaker, I rise on behalf of the economic freedom fighters to raise our dissatisfaction and disappointment with regard to the sport ground built at Leandra, known as Leslie in Govan Mbeki municipality. About 11 million was spent to build a stadium that is not there. The community wished to have what was demolished than what is said was built. As EFF, we believe that all communities must be fitted with sporting facilities and equipment so that members of the community are easily able to engage in physical activity without having to travel or spend money. It is with regret to announce that the stadiums built in smaller municipalities is a disgrace and a cash cow for some politicians. I move that an investigation be opened in municipalities like Dr. Pixley Isaka, where a so-called stadium worth millions is inaccessible due to the fact that it is built in a wetland and the structure does not match the price. I so move.
The question before the House is whether we agree to adopt the motion. Agree to?
Agree.
Motion is defeated. Honorable Weber.
Madam Speaker, I hereby move on behalf of the Freedom Front Plus that this House steps in to ensure that the critical shortage of police vehicles in specifically the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit is dealt with. This critically important unit has been operating in 5 towns with only 1 vehicle. In the past 14 days, they made 11 arrests. These police officers are doing such a sterling job with very limited resources. Just imagine how much more they could do with the resources owed to them. It is unacceptable that only 1 out of the vehicles allocated to the unit's police stations in the province is in a working order. This is a concern because in a way it affects the speed and the efficiency of service delivery, but at the same time we understand the statistics because the inefficiency and the lack of personnel, coupled with a tumbling system at the Saps garage services, is obviously also a concern. Most cars stay at the garages for minor issues like tires or the replacement of bulbs. Ordinarily, when you take your own car to a private garage in town, you will be out of there with a new tire and bulbs in less than an hour. Research shows that rape and gender-based violence incidents skyrocket during the festive season. It is clear that the current arrangements in place to keep these vehicles on the road are failing and need to be re-evaluated. An additional budget is also needed to be made available to replace the aging fleet of vehicles. I so move, Madam Speaker.
The question before the House is whether we agree to adopt the motion. Agreed to?
Agreed.
So agreed. Notices of motions. Are there notices of motion? Honorable Mlombo.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to table a notice of motion.
Honorable Mlombo, that one is under formal motions.
It's under form, but it's written a notice of motion here. Okay, I'll take my seat until the legal have dealt with it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Are there notices of motions? Formal motion. There is a formal motion standing in the name of the Chief Whip of the Majority Party, Honorable F.V. Mlombo.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, and my apology for that legal technicality. I rise to table a formal motion. I, Fana Vincent Mlombo, the Chief Whip of the Majority Party in the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature, hereby table a formal notice in terms of Rule 84, Sub-Rule 1B, that at today's sitting, which is sitting today, the 14th of December 21, I move that the House notes the Portfolio Committee's report on the Mpumalanga Adjustment Appropriation Bill, Bill 3 of 2021, that will be tabled during this sitting by the Portfolio Committee on Premier's Office, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism for consideration by the House. Further note that Rule 192, Sub-Rule 2 of the Rules and Orders of the Legislature provides that, I quote, the Speaker must allow for the committee's report to be debated in the legislature by some members from the relevant portfolio committee in accordance with the Speaker's leads. I therefore move, Honorable Speaker, that the House adopts a resolution in terms of Rule 4, Sub-Rule 1, to suspend the provision of Rule 192, Sub-Rule 2, and for the report of the above-mentioned Portfolio Committee not to be debated during this hybrid sitting of the 14th December 2021. Honorable Speaker, I so move. Thank you.
I am informed that there is no debate on the table motion. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt the motion as tabled by Honorable F.V. Mlombo. Agreed to?
Agreed.
As so agreed. The Secretary shall read the first order of the day.
Order number 1, consideration of a report of the Portfolio Committee on Premier's Office, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism on the Mpumalanga Adjustments Appropriation Bill 2021, B3 2021. Second reading, Mpumalanga Adjustments Appropriation Bill 2021, B3 2021.
I now call upon Honorable T.M. Makaring, the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Premier's Office, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism, to table the report on the Mpumalanga Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2021.
Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the Portfolio Committee, I rise to table the report on Mpumalanga Appropriation Bill for the House to consider and adopt it.
Honorable members, can I bring to your attention the procedures set for voting during hybrid sitting? In terms of Rule 3A of our standing rules and orders, the following procedure will apply during the voting process. Where sitting of the House or meetings of committees are conducted by virtual means, The members present at such sitting or meetings shall be entitled to cast their votes by clearly identifying themselves to the presiding officer and subsequently clearly and verbally expressing their vote. The presiding officer must ensure that all members present and voting are clearly identified and that all votes are clearly and verbally expressed. The Secretary shall ensure that a system is in place and maintained for the verification of votes cast by members. I am going to call one by one for members who are in attendance in this virtual sitting to either verbally indicate whether they are in favor, yes, or not in favor, no, of a particular vote. In terms of Rule 192, Sub-Rule 5, I shall now go through the Mpumalanga Adjustment Appropriation Bill 2021, vote by vote. Vote number 1, Office of the Premier, Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Office of the Premier remained the same at 383,904,000 rand be approved by the House. I now call upon the Honorable Shongwe Vusumuzi Robert.
I agree with it, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Thandi. Honorable Shongwe, we can't hear you. Honorable Shongwe, yes or no? We'll come back. Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina? Yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Janet, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Majuba Bonagele Amos, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mkachwa Prince Vusumuzi, yes or no?
Agree.
It's not the same return here, but I would want to say... In support, Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katishi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachmina Rain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Makaringa Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nhlophe Nompumelelo evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Jeanette Liz, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Kilion Pudumo, yes or no? We'll come back. Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no? Will also come back. Honorable Shabalala Sinte Kapsile, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Will also come back. Honorable Nyembe Namshato Gertrude, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mkhabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mfuken Trina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitole Rasiecha Jane, yes or no?
It's a yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Chrobla Bosman, yes or no? Will also come back. Honorable Khrovie Morgan Trudy Maria Joanna, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
No, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no? Honorable Mashiro Gillian Podumo, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no? Honorable Chrobla Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no?
Shongwe, I agree, Honorable Speaker. In network.
Vote to Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature increased from 376,813,000 rand to 410,752,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongwe Vusmuzi Robert, yes or no?
Ngiyavuma somlomo.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no? We'll come back. Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Jeanette, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Agreed, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no? We'll come back. Honorable Mkachwa Prince Vusmuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Kadishi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachmina Rain Muhita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makarenge Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Penom Pumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Jeanette Liz, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable.
Honorable Mashiro Gideon Pudumo, yes or no?
Yeah, do matter, Honorable Speaker.
We'll come back. Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Honorable Speaker, the honorable member has got a challenge. He's trying to reconnect. He will be connecting very soon. He's got a challenge. Thank you, Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Namshato Gertrude, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mkhabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstains.
We'll come back. Honorable Mfukeng Trina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitola Rasieta Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable.
Yes or no?
Yes, Speaker, thank you.
Honorable Javier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Ludolf, yes or no?
No, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sean Blessing Tandy, yes or no? Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker. My apologies, my network.
Honorable Ngomana Pedro Simon, yes or no? Honorable Shabalala Kapsile Cynthia, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Colon, yes or no? Honorable Mkabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker. Abstain, Speaker.
Vote 3, Provincial Treasury, Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Provincial Treasury remained the same at 481,057,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongo Vusimus Robert, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongo Blessing Tandy, yes or no?
Thank you very much, colleagues. With that, wishing you all MBCs, teachers.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no?
Honorable Speaker, ngathi noma ubita mina ngiyavuma nakulala manye langa besingavali.
Honorable Shongwe, I want you to confirm yes or no.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, nakulala manye. Thank you.
We'll come back. Honorable Shiba Bosisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Chinet, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Majuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mkhatshwa Prince Vusimuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katish, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachimara Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makarine Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Hlophe Nompumelelo Evidence, yes or no? Honorable Tabete Jeanette Liz, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Kilion Podumo, yes or no? Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no? Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsile, yes or no?
Nyavuma, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Colon, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Gertrude, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mkabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mfukengcina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitola Rasieta Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Grobler Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Javier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
If I had the say, I would do it differently, Madam Speaker. I say no.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no? Honorable Mashiro Kilion Pudumo, yes or no? Honorable Ngomana Petros Simon, yes or no? Honorable Sidibe Michael Collin, yes or no? Vote for Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs increased from 731,241,000 rand to 801,241,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongwe Vusimuzi Robert, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no? Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Omkhulu, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Janet, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Agreed, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mkachwa Prince Vusimuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katishi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachimnarain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makarenge Tutane Million, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Hlope Nompumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Chinet Lizzy, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Kilion Pudumo, yes or no?
Agreed, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petros Simon, yes or no? Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsile, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collin, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Ketrot, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mkabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mfukengina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sitola Rasiecha Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Grobler Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Javier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
No, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petros Simon, yes or no? Honorable Sidibe Michael Collin, yes or no? Vote 5. Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs, Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs increased from 1,234,855,000 rand to 1,266,403,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongwe Vusumuzi Robert, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Thandi, yes or no?
Yes.
Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Jeanette, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakela Amos, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Chalincha Liliona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mkacho Prince Vusumuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Kadishi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachminarain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makaranye Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shopen Mpumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gillian Pudumo, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no? Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsile, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Colin, yes or no? Honorable Nyembene Mshato Gertrude, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mkhabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mfukeng Kuna Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitole Rasiecha Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Khrobla Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
The voice of the opposition must be heard, Madam Speaker. It's no.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
It's no, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no? Honorable Sidibe Michael Colin, yes or no? Honorable Mkhabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Khrovie Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Vote 6. Economic Development and Tourism Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Economic Development and Tourism increased from 1,354,663,000 rand to 1,637,002,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongwe Vusumuzi Robert, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Thandi, yes or no? Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Jeanette, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Correct, Speaker.
Honorable Chalincha Liliona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mkacho Prince Vusumuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katishi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachminarain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Honorable Speaker, yes.
Honorable Makarenge Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shopen Mpumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gillian Pudumo, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, to all others, because I had challenges, but I'm back. Thank you.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsile, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Colin, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Gertrude, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mkhabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mfukeng Gcina, I leave, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sithole Rasiyeja Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Grobler Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Xavier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
No, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shongo Blessing Tandy, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collin, yes or no? Honorable Xavier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Vote 7. Department of Education is adjusted budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Education increased from 22,336,062,000 rand to 23,477,263,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongo Vusimuzi Robert, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongo Blessing Tandy, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Janet, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mkacho Prince Vusmuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Kadish, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Achimina Ray Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makaringe Tutane Million, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Hlope Nompumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabete Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gillian Pudumo, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsili, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collin, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Gertrude, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mkhabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mfukeng Gcina, I leave, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sithole Rasiyeja Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Grobler Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Xavier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
No, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Sithole Rasiyeja Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collin, yes or no? Vote 8, Public Works, Roads and Transport, Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport decreased from 4,952,999,000 rand to 4,842,999,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongo Vusimuzi Robert, yes or no?
Agreed, Speaker.
Honorable Shongo Blessing Tandy, yes or no? Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Janet Sasekani, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindy, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mkacho Prince Vusumuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katish, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachimina Rain Muhita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makarenge Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shopen Mpumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable
Honorable Mashiro Kilion Pudumo, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Gomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Speaker.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsili, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable CDV Michael Colin, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Ketrut, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mkabelan Sako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mfukeng Gina Ailif, yes or no? Honorable Sitola Rasiecha Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Krobla Postman, yes or no?
Speaker, I'm a member of this committee and I didn't raise any concerns in the committee. Therefore, I cannot abstain or say no. I will just say yes, like in the committee.
Honorable Javier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
Madam Speaker, I'm the only opposition party. I say no.
Why did you agree in the committee?
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable CD
Yes.
Michael Colin, yes or no? Vote 9, Community Safety, Security and Liaison, Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison increased from 1,500,334,000 rand to 1,524,334,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongwe Vusumuzi Robert, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Tandy, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Yebo, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Jeanette, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindy, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mkacho Prince Vusumuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katish, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Lachimina Rain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makarenge Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shopen Mpumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabete Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Kilion Pudumo, yes or no? Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Ngaba yini ngaphandle kwe-safety ngiyavuma.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsili, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable CDB Michael Colin, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Ketrut, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mkabelan Sako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mfukeng Gina Elif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitola Rasiecha Jane, yes or no?
It's a yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Krobla Postman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Javier Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
No, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gillian Pudumo, yes or no? Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Vote 10, Health. Adjusted budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Health increased from 16,204,083,000 rand to 16,664,489,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongo Vusimuzi Robert, yes or no?
Ngiyavuma somlo.
Honorable Shongo Blessing Thandi, yes or no? Honorable Shiba Busisi Paulina, yes or no?
Yes,
Honorable Speaker.
Yebo, Honorable.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Jeanette, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Agreed, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mkacha Prince Vusumuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katishi, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachmina Rain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makaringa Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Hlope Nompumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Ngiyavuma somlamo.
Honorable Tabete Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gillian Pudumo, yes or no? Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Ngisashota ngebooster. Ngiyayifuna vaccine.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsili, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshado Ketrut, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mkabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mfukeng Tina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitolo Rossi Jane, yes or no?
It's a yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Krobla Postman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Khrovie Morgan Trudimari, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Weber Varner Rudolph, yes or no?
No, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gillian Pudumo, yes or no? Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Vote 11. Culture, Sport and Recreation, adjusted budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Culture, Sport and Recreation decreased from 622,025,000 rand to 557,451,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongo Vusimuzi Robert, yes or no?
Ngiyavuma somlo.
Honorable Shongo Blessing Thandi, yes or no?
Ngiyativumela, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shiba Busisi Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Jeanette, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Prince Vusumuzi Mkachwa, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katish, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Lachmina Rain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makaringa Tutan Million, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Hlope Nompumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gillian Pudumo, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Ngiyavuma, Speaker.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsili, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Ketrut, yes or no?
Abstain again, Speaker.
Honorable Mkabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mfukeng Tina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Setola Rasija Jane, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Khrobla Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Khrovie Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Ludolf, yes or no?
No, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Vote 12, Social Development. Adjusted budget 2021-2022 financial year. The budget of the Department of Social Development increased from 1,840,989,000 rand to 1,853,679,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongwe Vusimuzi Robert, yes or no?
Ngiyavuma somlomo.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Thandi, yes or no?
Aw, ngiyavuma, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Sasekani Jeanette, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Agreed, Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mkacha Prince Vusimuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katish, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Lachimina Rain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makarenge Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shopen Mpumelela Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabeta Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashiro Gideon Pudumo, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Kiadume.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kavisile, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Ketrut, yes or no?
Abstain again.
Honorable Mkabela Ntsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mfukeng Tina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitola Rasija Jane, yes or no?
It's a yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Khrobla Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Khrovie Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Ludolf, yes or no?
No, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Sidibe Michael Collen, yes or no? Honorable Khrovie Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker. Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Vote 13, Human Settlements, Adjusted Budget 2021-2022 financial year. The Department of Human Settlements budget increased from 1,557,402,000 rand to 1,616,518,000 rand be approved by the House. Honorable Shongwe Vusimuzi Robert, yes or no?
Agreed, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Shongwe Blessing Thandi, yes or no?
Ngiyavuma, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Shiba Busisiwe Paulina, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Manzini Jeanette Sasekani, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Machuba Bonakele Amos, yes or no?
Agreed, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nchalinchali Leona Lindiwe, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mkacha Prince Vusimuzi, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashilo Speedy Katish, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Lachimina Rain Mohita, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mlombo Fana Vincent, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Makarengi Tutani Million, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Hlope Nompumelelo Evidence, yes or no?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Tabete Jeanette Lizzie, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mashego Gillian Pudumo, yes or no?
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Ngomana Petro Simon, yes or no?
Mbalo ngayifunile ngiyavuma.
Honorable Shabalala Cynthia Kapsili, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable CDB Michael Collen, yes or no? Honorable Nyembe Nomshato Ketrut, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Mkabela Nsako Precious, yes or no?
Abstain.
Honorable Mfuke Nkina Ailif, yes or no?
Abstain, Speaker.
Honorable Sitole Rasia Jane, yes or no?
It's a yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Khrabla Bosman, yes or no?
Yes, Speaker.
Honorable Khravia Morgan Trudy Maria, yes or no?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Weber Werner Rudolph, yes or no?
No, Madam Speaker.
Honorable CDB Michael Collen, yes or no? The total adjusted budget for 2021-2022 financial year is 1,940,665,000 rand be approved by the House. Agreed to?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Agreed, Honorable Speaker.
Furthermore, do we agree to adopt the report of the Portfolio Committee on Premier's Office, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism as tabled by Honorable T.M. Makaringe? Agreed to?
Agreed.
The Secretary shall read the second order of the day.
Order number 2, third reading, short title, Mpumalanga Adjustments Appropriation Act 2021.
The Secretary shall read the second order of the day.
Order number 3, consideration of reports of the Portfolio Committee on Premier's Office, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism. 3.1, Annual Performance Report for 2020-2021 financial year, Office of the Premier. 3.2, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Office of the Premier. 3.3, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks Agency. 3.4, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks Agency. 3.5, Oversight visit conducted in Dr. J.S. Morocco Local Municipality, Kangala District on the 15th of September 2021, Mdala Nature Reserve, Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks Agency. 3.6, Oversight visit conducted at the City of Mbombela Local Municipality on the 11th of November 2021, Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks Agency. 3.7, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Department of Economic Development and Tourism. 3.8, Annual Performance Report for 2020-2021 financial year, Department of Economic Development and Tourism. 3.9, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Mpumalanga Economic Growth Agency. 3.10, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Mpumalanga Economic Growth Agency. 3.11, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Provincial Treasury. 3.12, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Provincial Treasury. 3.13, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. 3.14, Annual Performance Report 2020-21 Financial Year, Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. 3.15, Report on the Division of Revenue, Amendment Bill B19 2021.
I now call upon the Honorable T.M. Makaringe, the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Premier's Office, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism, to table these reports.
On behalf of the Portfolio Committee, I rise again to table this report for this August House for consideration.
I am informed that there is no debate on these reports. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt these reports as tabled by Honorable T.M. Makaringe. Agreed to?
Agreed.
Yes, so agreed. The Secretary shall read the fourth order of the day.
Order number 4, consideration of reports of the Portfolio Committee on Public Works, Roads and Transport, Community Safety, Security and Liaison. 4.1, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 Financial Year, Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison. 4.2, Annual Performance Report for 2021-22 Financial Year, Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison. 4.3, Oversight visit conducted on the 16th of September 2021 at Delmas Police Station in the Victor Kanye Local Municipality, Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison. 4.4, Oversight visit conducted on the 10th of September 2021 at Dachakral Police Station in the Dr. Pixlika Isaka Seme Local Municipality, Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison. 4.5, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 Financial Year, Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport. 4.6, Oversight visit held at Tembisileane Local Municipality, Nkangala District, at Gwamhlanga Government Complex on the 15th of September 2021, Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport. 4.7, Oversight visit held at Pixlika Isaka Seme Local Municipality, Garsibande District, Road D281 between Volkrust and Dachakral on the 10th of September 2021, Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport. 4.8, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 Financial Year, Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport. 4.9, Oversight visit held at Dr. J.S. Local Municipality, Kangala District, Pencop Clinic on the 14th of September 2021, Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport.
We have received the apology from the Honorable Mahlangu. I will now call upon the Honorable Makaringe on behalf of the Portfolio Committee on Public Works, Roads and Transport, Community Safety, Security and Liaison to table these reports.
On behalf of the Portfolio Committee, I rise to table this report to be considered by the House.
I am informed that there is no debate on these reports. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt these reports as tabled by Honorable T.M. Makaringe. Agreed to? Yes, so agreed. The Secretary shall read the fifth order of the day.
Order number 5, consideration of reports of the Portfolio Committee on Education, Culture, Sports and Recreation. 5.1, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 Financial Year, Department of Education. 5.2, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 Financial Year, Mpumalanga Regional Training Trust. 5.3, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 Financial Year, Department of Education. 5.4, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 21-22 Financial Year, Mpumalanga Regional Training Trust. 5.5, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 Financial Year, Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation. 5.6, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 Financial Year, Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation.
Honorable Mashiru, can you please switch off your mic? I now call upon the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Education, Culture, Sport and Recreation, Honorable P.S. Ngomane, to table these reports.
Thank you, Speaker, for the opportunity. On behalf of the Portfolio Committee, I table this report for the House to approve it. Thank you.
I am informed that there is no debate on these reports. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt these reports as tabled by Honorable P.S. Ngomane. Agreed to?
Agreed.
So agreed.
Agreed.
The Secretary shall read the sixth order of the day.
Order number 6, consideration of reports of the Portfolio Committee on Health and Social Development. 6.1, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Department of Health. 6.2, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Department of Health. 6.3, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Department of Social Development. 6.4, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Department of Social Development.
I now call upon the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Health and Social Development, Honorable J.L. Tabete, to table these reports.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I request the House to adopt the report as tabled.
I am informed that there is no debate on these reports. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt these reports as tabled by Honorable J.L. Tabete. Agreed to? As so agreed. The Secretary shall read the seventh order of the day.
Order number 7, consideration of reports of the Portfolio Committee on Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. 7.1, oversight visit conducted at Tabacheo Local Municipality, Mashishing Fortune 40 on the 5th of November 2021, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. 7.2, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. 7.3, oversight visit conducted at Tembisilehani Local Municipality, Kwaga Fontaine, Fortune 40 on the 15th of September 2021, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. 7.4, oversight visit conducted at Victor Kanye Local Municipality, Delmas Fortune 40 on the 16th of September 2021, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. 7.5, Annual Performance Report 2021 financial year, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. 7.6, oversight visit conducted at Pixilika Isagasem Local Municipality, Dagakral Fortune 40 on the 10th of September 2021, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs. 7.7, oversight visit conducted at Victor Kanye Local Municipality, Tsepo Bokaba Farming Project on the 16th of September 2021, Department of Agriculture, Rural Development, Land and Environmental Affairs.
We have received an apology from the Honorable Lubisi. I will now call upon the Honorable T.M. Makaringi to table the reports on behalf of Honorable Lubisi.
On behalf of the Portfolio Committee, I tabled a report for consideration by the House.
I am informed that there is no debate on these reports. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt these reports as tabled by Honorable T.M. Makaringi. Agreed to?
Agreed.
So agreed.
Agreed.
The Secretary shall read the eighth order of the day.
Order number 8, consideration of reports of the Portfolio Committee on Human Settlements, Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. 8.1, Section 47, Consolidated Annual Municipal Performance Report for 2019-20 financial year, Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. 8.2, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. 8.3, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. 8.4, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Department of Human Settlement. 8.5, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Department of Human Settlements.
I now call upon the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Human Settlement, Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Honorable G.C. Shabalala, to table these reports.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I, on behalf of the Portfolio Committee, table the reports for the House for adoption by the House. Thanks, Chair.
I am informed that there is no debate on these reports. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt these reports as tabled by Honorable Shabalala. Agreed to?
Agree.
As so agreed. The Secretary shall read the ninth order of the day.
Order number 9, consideration of reports of the Select Committee on Legislature Oversight. 9.1, Second Quarterly Performance Report for 2021-22 financial year, Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature. 9.2, Annual Performance Report for 2020-21 financial year, Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature.
I now call upon the Chairperson of the Select Committee on Legislature Oversight, Chief Whip of the Majority Party, Honorable F.M. Lombo, to table these reports.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to table the report of the Select Committee on Legislature Oversight for adoption by this Honorable House. Thank you.
I am informed that there is no debate on these reports. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt these reports as tabled by Honorable F.M. Lombo. Agreed to? As so agreed. The Secretary shall read the 10th order of the day.
Order number 10, ratification of a mandate.
I now call upon the Chief Whip of the Majority Party, Honorable F.M. Lombo, to table the mandate.
Honorable Speaker, in terms of Section 65 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, provincial legislatures are required to confer authority on their delegates in the National Council of Provinces to cast votes on their behalf. I, Fana Vincent Mlombo, the Chief Whip of the Majority Party in the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature, hereby move, in accordance with Section 65 of the Constitution, read together with Rule 201, Sub-Rule 7 of our Rules and Orders, that this House ratifies and confirms the final mandate to vote in favor of the Division of Revenue Amendment Bill, Bill 19 of 2021, which was conferred on behalf of the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature by the Speaker on the 3rd of December 2021, pursuant to the recommendation of the Portfolio Committee on Premier's Office, Finance, Economic Development and Tourism. Honorable Speaker, I so move.
I am informed that there is no debate on this mandate. Now the question before the House is whether we agree to adopt this mandate as tabled by Honorable F.M. Lombo. Agreed to? The Secretary shall read the 11th order of the day.
Order number 11, farewell messages by political parties.
I have a speaker's list in front of me. I will now call upon Honorable Weber, 5 minutes.
Madam Speaker, I'm deeply honored to be given the first opportunity to give and to deliver my farewell speech at the end of this term. Madam Speaker, we are halfway through. We have been elected to serve for 5 years here, and we are in the middle of the 5 years. I recall when I came here, my presence was viewed with skepticism. It was something new that a member of the Freedom Front Plus would be a member of this august House. We are different. I am a white person. The principles of my party, the mission of my party is completely different to the missions of the other parties in this House. The view and the mission of my party is more of a capitalistic nature, and I myself, I'm a marketplace politician. We disagree. We disagree in culture. My culture is completely different to the culture of the majority of the members of this House, completely different. Notwithstanding the fact that I know the culture of especially the Zulu people, I know the history of the Zulu people, I know the customs, but the culture of my people is different. Notwithstanding our differences in attitude, in approach, we still respect one another. During this time, since I have been elected to this august House, we have not insulted one another. We have treated one another with respect. We've treated one another with dignity. And I have not changed in my attitude, in my approach to what I was going to do here. In my heart of hearts, I want our Premier to succeed. I want our Premier to make us proud. I want our province and South Africa to be prosperous. I want all the people of South Africa, and especially this province, to live well. I want to play my part. I want my party to play its part to develop this country. Our sleeves are rolled up. We want to participate. We want to give our part of effort to make our province great again. We want to give our inputs so that our people can prosper. Now, this is the opportunity now, Madam Speaker, to thank everybody in this House for the way that I have personally been accepted here. I want to thank the members of this House for the respect and the dignified way that I have been treated here whilst I was serving as a member of the Freedom Front Plus. I am not convinced that there's one person, one member of this House who hates me. I'm not convinced. I personally, from my side, I am not the personal enemy of the people of this House. I'm not. I would go even further than that. I view a number of the members of this House as personal friends. Not only the ANC, not the DA, even the EFF, members of the EFF, I do not see them and I do not view them as enemies. Some of them, especially those who are present in this august House today, I view as friends. And I thank everybody for the opportunity to partake in this House. We have taken an example of from the rugby team that won the World Cup. They were a contingent of different people, but they made us proud. And I'm sure and I'm convinced.
Conclude, Honorable Member.
I am convinced that if we would just for one moment forget our political differences, we would act as one team. And we would accept one another as members of that team. I thank you, I wish you well for the festive season, and I hope that we will all come together to come back next year as healthy people and as members of this House. I thank you.
Honorable S.J. Sitole, from the Democratic Alliance, 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I am sure that all members are looking forward to the break after the local government elections. Honorable Speaker, in this election, we have witnessed our democracy in full swing as multi-party governments emerged in many parts of our country. This election has given us a glimpse of the future, and I'm sure all political parties are looking forward to see how 2024 is going to look like. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the support staff of the legislature for their commitment in ensuring the legislature as an entity continues to operate as required. I thank them sincerely. I particularly want to thank my own party, the Democratic Alliance, and my colleagues, Honorable Krobler and Honorable Trudy Morgan, for their unwavering support and guidance as we continue this journey together. Honorable Speaker, I would like to thank all members of this House indeed, and I hope members will continue to work together for the best interest of our residents, and understand that being in opposition doesn't mean that you oppose for the sake of opposing. It doesn't mean that you say no for the sake of saying no. It means that you apply your mind, and before you say no, you know why you are saying no. Always keep in mind that constructive criticism builds character, because we are not enemies. We are merely political opponents with different ideologies, which is the beauty of our democracy. I wish you all a joyous time with your loved ones. Use this time to rest, look after yourselves, and come back alive and healthy. I thank you.
Honorable Sidibe from the Economic Freedom Fighters, 5 minutes.
Honorable Speaker, ngihlaselwa umkhuhlane njengoba ngihleli la phansi. Sibonge Speaker isithuba nokuthatha isikhundla sika sihlalo wethu. Angeke ngisho okuningi Speaker. Ingathi asimbongeni uJehova. Simbonge uNkulunkulu ngokuthi usasigcinile thina. Sibe nenhlanhla ukuthi sisaphila, sibe nenhlanhla ukuthi sisakhona ukuthi sibonane sihlangane. Abanye bethu abalitholanga lelo thuba ngenxa ye-COVID-19. Ngizobonga kakhulu i-support staff yale Agas House. Laba abantwana babantu bayasebenza kunzima noma kubuhlungu. Ngiphinde ngibonga ama colleagues esibambisana nawo masiya kuma oversight. Hayi kumnandi lapha endleleni. Ngoba abasihola phambili bayakhohlwa ukuthi abanye bethu abathe ukukhula. Bamshaya 180 ukhohlwe ukuthi konje le convoy ngizokhona kuyibamba noma ngayibambi. Kodwa ngoNkulunkulu siyaphumelela. Sengigoqa ngingathi kuwo wonke ama colleagues naba bonke ngingahlangabezana nabo kulendlu ngaphilisana nabo ngaba nabo sasebenza kunye nabo si-EFF ngingathi ukuhlala kuye maye kumnandi kunokuphila okuphakade siyabonga Jesu kulondolo swa kamnandi ukuhlala kuye maye kumnandi kunokuphila okuphakade niphile my colleagues bobaba bangatshontshwa yibhoko ngoba kukhona abatshontshwa yibhoko ngefestive siyacela nje nihlale kahle ekhaya nabo mama nibe niziphathe kahle ibhoko zinganithathi siyabonga
Amen.
Honorable Evim Lombo from the African National Congress, 5 minutes.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, on this last day of the sitting of the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature, let me take this opportunity to extend words of appreciation and gratitude from the African National Congress to all the members of the Executive Council led by the Honorable Premier, who navigated our provincial government through the stormy rains that took place in the past few months. They navigated these provincial governments against the negative impact of COVID-19. They reached out to the people of Mpumalanga when they needed the members of the Executive Council most. They provided cushion when the most vulnerable in our society needed the presence of the Premier and the Executive Council most. They reached out even to the small business people of this province when most of them were facing collapse because of the impact of COVID-19. So this is an opportune moment that the African National Congress would have to take to thank them dearly for their progressive act. But we also want to thank the members of the provincial legislature who crisscrossed the province, who made sure that they listened to the people when they were confronted with difficulties, who made sure that they kept the executive accountable, who made sure that they became the eyes and the ears of the people, who made sure that they spoke on behalf of the people when the people of Mpumalanga needed them most. We want to take this opportunity as the African National Congress, because we are a caring organization, to thank them for their generosity and for ensuring that they implement their fiduciary duty, which is a duty to care and a duty to provide leadership to our people. But as a chief whip of the majority party, Honorable Speaker, I want to take this opportunity and thank my colleagues from the opposition, the whips of the opposition, because of their maturity and their professionalism and the professional leadership that they are providing. Surely, Honorable Weber, is true, we are not enemies. We are just members who come from different opposition parties with different ideologies. But also to thank the support that we get from the administration led by the DG, and just to indicate that our presence here is a duty to serve. a duty to make the lives of our people better, a duty to serve the people of Mpumalanga with honesty and dignity, a duty to defend our democracy, which is a multi-party democracy, a duty to ensure that we grow the economy of Mpumalanga and create the necessary job for our people. That is the reason why we are here. Let me therefore take this opportunity to wish all the members of this provincial legislature well, to wish all the members of the executive well, to wish all our staff members well. Let us go and enjoy with our families. Let us go and spend time with our families. Let us be rejuvenationalized when we come back so that we are able to confront the challenges that will come with 2022 in defense of the people of Mpumalanga. We thank you. Enjoy a happy Christmas and a prosperous 2022. I thank you.
That concludes the presentation on the farewell messages. Honorable members, we have come to the end of this year's parliamentary session. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you all honorable members for your continued commitment to your constitutional obligation in ensuring that the legislature excel in implementing its constitutional mandate. I would also like to thank the staff under the stewardship of the Secretary for the professional support to me as the Speaker and this House respectively. Thank you very much. Have a blessed festive period and a prosperous new year. That brings us to the end of today's business. The House is prorogued.
Oi, Speaker.
Malibongwe. Malibongwe, Kamala Makosgas. Malibongwe.